I know. Especially if you like have the visuals from the music video and then the hand opens and
All
it's just
right.
Tony Danza.
Hello again, everybody, and you just heard the last part of one of the more strange conversations
Honestly, that was
That's
one of the more tame
normal.
today.
Well, a valid point. Hey, hi, everybody. It's round to the wild.
Yay!
Yay.
This is our Zelda
Peasants rejoice.
RPG, where weird stuff happens, and I pretend that I actually can control what's going on. But in all reality,
I think that's actually the most impressive role play that we've had on the show.
It is. You know, Jody, take a legend point for yourself. But I also thought you were going to say that you pretend you can control us, and I'm like, yeah, that is definitely pretending.
I gave that up a long time ago. I'm sorry. Proof that I have no control over your actions. Boole and Jerry, Larry, and Gary.
To be fair,
you
agreed to Boole. You just didn't. You just didn't understand what liberties I was gonna take.
And to be fair, every time I went looking for a lizard, you let me find one, and then you gave me a giant 3-headed lizard.
And then announcement.
Secretly, Larry is Ganon.
Yes, that's what it is. You guys will have to fight him over and over.
He's been watching this whole time.
Oh, yeah, Seraphim makes a good point.
Don't
Naming of the
say that, because I don't trust NPCs, and that makes me not okay, because I love my babies.
Well,
so and then announcements.
Ganon will be a pet.
First things first. PAX Online has been going technically for like a week now.
Yeah, almost.
Zelda Universe actually has 2 panels. The first one was music in The Legend of Zelda, something similar to that, which happened, I want to say, a couple days ago, right?
Wednesday evening, I believe it happened.
And then the other one, has the other panel happened?
I think that it's today. Let me double check real quick. It's today at 4:15 p.m. Pacific time.
So yeah, that'll be after this. But they get streamed on one of the PAX channels. I don't think they'll be on PAX 1, but
they're both on PAX 1. The first,
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no, noticed. So yeah,
and Alex will actually be on that panel.
Wow, Alex can't just show up for our Giga game, but he could show up for a panel.
They're pre-recorded. Don't tell anyone.
The magic is gone.
But a lot of the panelists will be hanging out in chat to answer questions and stuff.
That's it. Elias, you've ruined everything for me. Goodbye.
That's why I'm here. Okay, bye.
You know,
can I have Elias legend points?
Yeah, we all get to split her legend points, okay?
I do find it kind of interesting that...
But I'm actually going to take my water glass and get water.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's cool stuff.
Well, you guys
may have noticed this is something else kind of in an innocuous in the little thing over here. There we go. Where it says something about a third year anniversary. I don't know what that's talking about.
Jody, it's been over 40 years. Woo!
Oh, that changed when the Fire Nation. So yeah, September the 30th, 2017, I believe, was the very first episode of Realms of the Wild. We've been doing
that we
this.
Announced at a PAX.
Yeah, we announced at PAX, guys. We had the trailer and everything go up during PAX. It was amazing. It made me feel like relevant. It was super cool. Anyway, guys, we've been doing this for almost the 3 years. So stay tuned to the end of this episode because I'll be stopping a little bit early to go into more of these specifics of what we're going to be doing for a third anniversary episode. But I can tell you guys right now, it is going to be awesome. The cast is just a super excited. Well, most of the cast is excited, and Elias is Elias. Yeah, we are so happy, so thrilled that we've been doing this for the 3 years. Yeah, I never would have thought, 3.5 years ago, when we first started planning and auditioning and all the other stuff for this, that the 3 years later, we would not only have an awesome cast that's still here for the most part, because all of my games see massive player drop off after like 6 months. But it would have this amazing, awesome fan base that's always doing the things like giving Ilea too many legend points.
I only need 4 more today.
And dropping, like, it's rare that I have to design my own boss battles for this game, because you guys did do it for me. So yeah, like I said, please stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to be revealing some of the very interesting, fun, exciting details about that. So with anyone else, are there any other announcements?
I'm playing with Twine.
I'm very happy that you announced that.
And I do mean the like interactive storytelling software and not string.
I was just like, I don't know. Maybe
I enjoyed the way I said it. I didn't realize it would be that way when I said it, and then went, yeah, I'm just gonna go with this for a second.
Just lost in the labyrinth. Just hold on to this and I'll just walk my way.
I would like to announce.
Actually, a labyrinth game would be really fun to make in Twine.
But you know what game we're playing right now? One where we have to break in rather than break out.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I mean, from your perspective, it all might be breaking in, breaking out. This feels like a glass half full conversation.
I think
it
you're
actually
about
feels
to break
like
a hole
completely
in
and
things.
utterly pointless conversation, but tomato, tomato.
That's fair.
So I throw a bomb.
At the butcher shop, I think? Where was it?
I'm throwing it away from the well to try and distract
not
the guards.
Not at me. I appreciate
Maybe
it.
now it's the time
Oh yes.
to return to the realms of the wild. I'm really happy how much you guys enjoy that.
Shout out to how long Kiri's name is in Zoom. You can,
Oh,
you can kind of see it on the layout.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was part of Zoom Shakespeare.
I was just enjoying that. It's like Montague.
So we do Zoom Shakespeare every 2 weeks, and they did Romeo and Juliet. And since I had no preference on parts for that, I just took everybody.
Been
For
there.
the most part, I had like 6 or 7 hats just layered up that I could change. And then I just started having fun with it. It's a book of pages. There's so many pages running around. And then She Who Watches the Watchmen, because I was like 2 watchmen.
And the music just started during.
It's like the D&D
yeah.
version of like playing you off at the Oscars when you start giving a speech for too long.
The party
has just thrown a bomb. Where now?
went to the Hall of Records to try and discover blueprints or some sort of information about the Guild of the Thieves hideout underneath the city. What they didn't find was almost more helpful than what they did. There were no blueprints. There was no information whatsoever about the building that housed the entrance or any of the other buildings nearby. Realizing that this underground layer was massive, and something that massive would also need massive amounts of ventilation and other things. Kess started her own fact-finding mission to find a way to enter the lair without agreeing to the guild's terms. Eventually, the exploration and discovery inquest found a well that seemed out of place. Arel, using her power to step through shadows, excuse me, was able to get close enough to the well to discover it was not an active well, and there was a compartment near the bottom that seemed to open, hinting that this might be an entrance to this large facility. Right as Kess was attempting to come up with a plan to be able to get to the well and hopefully to start exploring this underground labyrinth, Zulta decided to take matters into her own hands.
Literally.
Requesting a bomb from Aruna. And that is where we ended.
Damn it, fishwife. Subtlety.
I'm going to throw it away from the well, ideally to distract the men who are watching it.
So,
for the record,
these days, we're going to have a discussion about subtlety and stealth. And
one of these days we should have a discussion about Elias just handing my character bombs when she asks.
Yeah, I'm about to say, for the record, Aruna made no attempt to hide his action whatsoever.
I don't want to discourage that, because there's been many times Elias handing Kess bombs has actually been very helpful.
I'm just the supplier.
I'm worried if I scold him about giving them to you, he's gonna just take it as a blanket.
Probably would actually happen.
Don't give anyone bombs. I'm like, no.
That my actions would be fine if
ahead.
it wasn't me.
Well, your actions wouldn't be your actions if it wasn't you.
So fair.
Like, I wouldn't be going like, this is taking too long. I'm gonna take this bomb and willy-nilly just throw it at unsuspecting people.
Yeah, sure, Zolta.
Ideally,
Here you
I'm
go.
Trying to not get the whole
hitting-
city
yeah.
killed.
I would like to hopefully not hit people.
You're gonna have to roll for that.
Probably. But I mean, I phrased it as a hopefully.
You can roll natural
There's a
one
reason-
and just kill
There's
like
a reason we're not gonna be an equivalent of the hero of time.
If
We're
I
kind of
kill
like
some
the
people-
massacre of time.
You know, this world has kind of been a dick to me, so
I mean, you're
if
not
I kill
wrong.
a few people, you know, it's fine.
she wants to earn that wanted
Victimless
poster.
details. Except for all the victims.
Earn that bounty.
That's true. You know what? If they're gonna try and kill us, we might as well give them a reason
Yeah.
to.
Well, and apparently I'm being forced back to my
Other
city
than
eventually, so why not kill a few of the top dwellers while I'm at it?
Well, first, we just have to go back to where we came.
It's getting darker.
I'm very dark today.
Show everybody your bone box.
Oh, yeah.
What? Ooh,
Yay! So,
It's okay, guys. It's just bones. It's not actually.
I've shown the bone box.
Oh, it's just
a different
bones.
bone box before.
Great.
It is literally just bones.
Tell me that bone
I have
box
nothing
doesn't sound like it'd
untoward.
be a really naughty subscription box.
It
It does, but I don't buy untoward things. I am a good person.
She couldn't even say that with a
she
straight
was trying to be
face.
serious.
She couldn't even say that with a straight face.
What confuses me is that she could say I don't buy untoward things with a straight face.
I mean,
but she
'cause that
could
part's
not say
true.
I'm a good person.
Yeah.
with a straight-
Because the first part was true.
I do not buy
Yeah.
untoward things. I am a good person. And people like me.
I
Doggone
do
it.
think that people generally like
You're
me.
good enough.
Um,
You're nice enough.
that's exact.
And
Thank you for
gosh
getting that.
darn
it.
People like you.
I thought it was
I'm also
doggone
not
it.
good at affirmations.
Because people like her so much, what is she rolling for that bomb throw?
So here's the thing about Open Legend. I actually had a
Like
good conversation
Got
about
it back on
this
track there.
on the Facebook page for Open Legend.
Oh no, was someone wrong on the internet?
No, someone
So
asked
many
a
people.
question specifically about the use of influence over like persuasion and why those are different things. And started asking about agility feats and all this other stuff. And we eventually got to the idea of Open Legend is not limited by your skills. You're not even really limited that much by your attributes. You are limited by how you describe them. So,
I would
At
also
the
argue
end-
that influence is different from persuasion because influence tends to like rest on reputation. And if sorry.
we were
We can have a
Perfect, right.
conversation. Ooh, Pistis versus Patho. I wrote a paper on that.
But
Yes,
we're
let Jody go.
specifically talking about the influence attributes, which is basically in this game how you do things like mind control, and it's effectively telepathy in the
Plus, if you've ever met an influencer, you know they're not that persuasive.
yeah.
they are not.
Anyway, we got
Especially
to have,
when they're apologizing.
I'd also like to point out Seraphin. So Zolta is doing a well
Sorry.
thought out idea.
Ah!
Good episode, guys.
Oh! It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. I just thought y'all should be reminded of that. Yar swash swash buckle buckle.
I don't think pirates
How dare
talk like
me?
that.
Why didn't you tell me before?
I love how Kiri just got like concentrated
Yeah, just-
excitement. It just got worse and worse.
Forced
as
it all
the-
out.
Let me find my eye patch.
I'm
No,
sorry.
that's not.
I'm running on 3.5
Oh.
hours of sleep.
I know exactly where my eye patch is, and it's in the costume box
But
under
my
my
salvation has risen, and she's so pretty, and she's gonna make me coffee because she loves me.
Oh, we might get 0 to 60 Kiri after all.
bed.
However,
I apologize, Jody.
isn't she like a badass of a pirate lady? So shouldn't she just like randomly come on and go yar?
Let's start with iced because it's quicker.
Anyway, so that whole long conversation was basically me asking Aaliyah, how do you want to do this?
I would like to take the bomb from Aruna in one swift motion, throw it away from people, but also not directly in front of the guards so they don't know.
Yeah,
that it was
I was wondering about that because someone asked like,
Yeah.
why don't you just shocky? I'm like, well, lightning has a very clear starting point. When she's actually trying to distract from our position. So
in
you
addition
want,
to
like,
that,
the distracty thing to start.
I also don't want to hit the guards like just out of character stuff right now because there are so many people in that building.
Square in the head.
Like, I feel like if I tase those guards, it's going to be loud. It's going to be obvious. People in the square are going to do stuff. And then the other people in that building are going to come down in a reign of terror. So, in one fluid motion, take it and throw it away. Hopefully so that they don't notice what direction it came from, but that it makes a loud, fairly harmless boom to distract them so that we can all get in this well thing or something.
Reminds me of the earthquake we had last night.
So Aruna, what bomb did you give to
normal hand bomb? Typical payload.
All right.
Typical payload.
I think I did like ask for not a big bomb.
You definitely did not get a big one. Take some
kind of
Goron Girth to wield one of those.
Strength. What's my might?
I will say,
I'm
you know
a
how,
might
like,
of
some people
4.
have the problem with moist because they think that it's like pornographic, which I don't understand because it just reminds me of baked goods. Girth to me is that word.
Don't worry, guys. I'm giving myself a legend point.
Doesn't bother me, but it's always funny.
Aruna, did it take your legend point? Because
I just killed Jody.
Make sure you stitch the Girth. Goron Girth, I think, is a
oh god. Hashtag Goron
novel
Girth is going to lead some dirty fan fiction.
Remember, send all /fiction to @Elias Thompson.
Also send it to me.
but also send it to me.
like fan fiction.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't
Please
exist
label-
in the world where this exists.
Please label the sexy time section so I can skip those, but otherwise send it to me.
Hang on. Imp, I can do that again for you. Goron Girth.
So anyway, let me kind of set the stage for you, Zulta, so you can kind of decide. You guys have effectively walked all the way around this relatively large area of the city to your back. You guys are roughly maybe about 20 or 30 feet away from the massive river that goes through Riverside City.
Oh, that's the town noises.
We're in River City.
With a capital T.
No, stop.
T, that stands for
Literally can't help
Wait,
themselves.
that stands
Capital-
with a capital T that rhymes with B that stands for Bool.
stands for bull.
Oh, we got in trouble.
I was actually in that show. It was like the second show I'd ever done.
Same. I hate that show with a fiery passion.
My trombone was in that show.
That show.
Not as much as I hate Bye Bye Birdie. I don't hate it.
Oh
hate it.
God,
It's just,
Bye
I've
Bye
got like
Birdie.
I've got weird memories from doing
Bye
it.
Bye Birdie.
But Bye Bye Birdie is a bad musical, and also I was a prop
I'm going
master
to
on it. Sorry.
predict
I had
the
pneumonia.
future and say that I'm not going to be the game master very soon here.
What?
Oh, he's thinking
Oh.
that Jax will be here.
Sorry, you said it so seriously, and I was
It sounded like you were pissed at us and wanted to
Oh,
leave.
no.
or like something horrible was about. I'm like, you can't. It's 2020, Jody. You can't do that.
Yeah. You need to be
I
very clear.
apologize.
But yeah, when I did Bye Bye Birdie, I got a really bad pneumonia. And if they didn't catch it, like I was close to dying. My left lung was 2/3 full of fluid.
Oh my god.
So I couldn't sing the entire run of the show.
See, I
You
just
said don't do a show when you have pneumonia.
We were in rehearsals.
The show
when
must
I
go
had
on.
Got pneumonia, and then I was recovered enough to be on stage. I just had to mouth the words, and I didn't have very like strenuous choreography to do. So yeah, luckily I was just doing ensemble crap. At the
I just
time.
had the risk of a total aneurysm every time I went into We Love You Conrad for the 50th fucking time.
God.
I'm like, I might kill someone.
That one feels very
Might
much
be
like
tonight.
how
Still-
horrible June is busting out all over is.
Still not as bad as It's a Grand Night for Singing for the 400th time in the world. And
You
for
know
anyone
how
that
horrible
doesn't
the
know
trombone
that
tube
this is a
part
song,
is, and June
I
is
don't
busting
know.
out all over.
There's the fact that like at various points, like it just I don't know, it haunted me in my sleep. Like I'd start to fall asleep and then I'd hear We Love You Conrad. I'm like, fuck.
The reason I'm not going forward, I was hoping that Jax would just
Yeah,
show
that's
up.
what I figured.
Yeah.
But let's
The reason
keep
you let
going
us talk this long.
and say that
Love you.
I super seriously will want to play Harold Hill eventually. But back to the
Aw.
game. Kidding is one of the greatest.
It is a great
parts
role, and
ever.
I will say that between the two, because they basically are telling the exact same story, I will always take Music Man over Bye Bye Birdie.
Yes.
Well, and like Robert Preston was a genius,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, just
And
anyway,
Meredith Brooks, and it's is good.
yeah, it's
And
brilliant.
the
And
It's
movie
not
little,
the same
works.
Meredith Brooks who wrote Bitch, which is fun.
Which is a great song.
anyway,
I wanted to always
so
combine that joke somehow.
Zilta,
Yes.
So you throw the bomb. That's where we're back to.
Which is where we ended the last episode.
looking around, you kind
And
of
how
see.
lucky we are to be alive right now.
Stop it.
I'm not okay.
Look around. Look around.
No one is okay.
We guys, I realize you probably want like plots and development, but we need this right now.
Mostly, I just want coffee.
World is upset. Hey,
P.S. I'm getting a biopsy on Wednesday. I'm not okay.
So
I
you
kill
see
things?
this well. That's kind of in like this cul-de-sac kind of thing where you can see a few houses around it that open up into this kind of central area, and then further out you can see larger buildings, some of which are like there's a bakery over here, and then there's a couple of other buildings that you can't really tell what they are. They're just obviously not residences. So knowing that and that the well is inside this kind of no-go zone, where do you want to throw your bomb?
Not near the well. Where is the least number of people?
At this particular point in time, there's no one really here. You can see in the area you're at, you can see 3 different guards that can kind of see this area.
But do they concede the area?
They're very
Why?
conceited.
Ah.
Well, word play.
What banter?
Right now, but because of where you guys are situated yourself, it doesn't look like any of the 3 guards that are watching this area have noticed you guys specifically.
It's a miracle.
But there's no one else here. So
Great.
any commotion you create is going to have to be significant enough to take away from the fact that you guys are the only people here right now.
Any of the buildings look a little shabby and like they might want to come down anyways?
Make me a logic check.
I'm not logical. This will be great. 9.
Talk to somebody first rather than be all impulsive.
That tracks.
I'm sorry, you're at a well. I can't hear you.
She's not in the well right now, is she?
No, but she's at the well and I didn't follow her.
I'm feeling unwell.
No,
Are you not crazy? You're just a little unwell?
I'm just a little unwell. You're the crazy one.
You know, that's one of the most popular songs to feature a mandolin.
Huh.
So Cass is actually near you. It's Arel that's actually by the well, because Cass couldn't figure out a way to get to the well.
Ah, true. So then Cass actually does know what I'm doing.
Would I know enough to actually be able to lend my logic to her thought? Like,
because of how quickly this is happening.
So no.
You
I'm
have
sorry, Eileen.
nothing you can do other than
you
watch
had just been like,
your
I think
fishwife
I'm gonna throw a
pick up
bomb. I'd be like,
bomb
wait.
and look around really quickly before selecting a target. So
Yeah.
with a logic roll of 9,
It's not gonna be good.
you see one building with kind of like a porch
no.
on it that one of the
Blow
supports
up
for
somebody's poor house.
doesn't
Elias
look
will pay to
as
fix
sturdy.
it. Aruna.
Doesn't look quite as sturdy as the other ones.
All right, great. I'm going to throw it at that.
Okay.
I'm like, this is a target. Sure, it'll make noise.
In which Zolta plays basketball with explosives.
Also, fun story, the one time that I won at a pickup game of basketball, it was because I sang the entire soundtrack to Once on This Island and distracted everyone else, but somehow it helped me concentrate. So
That also tracks. I feel like I would have been one of those people.
So, why don't you make me an agility check to see if you can aim it where you will want it to go.
If this one doesn't go well, I will use a reroll token, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
It instills me with so much confidence.
I'm going to use a reroll token.
And I'm going home. That was a 9.
And I am now also going to get out my dice.
And I love the idea of, like, if it had been a 1, you'd have done that, like, swing back to throw, and then, like, it falls out of your hand behind.
And, like, for the story,
just
that
falls into
great,
back
but
in my
also,
hand.
like, I want this
falls
to
back
work.
in your hand. You're
Yeah,
just like,
Aruna's just sitting there going, "What?"
oh
What
no!
am I rolling for this?
And
I've lost a character in a roll.
Okay. I already know I'm going to get a higher score than I just did because I rolled a 9 on the D20. So let's find my D10.
In that scenario, Iruna would just look directly into the camera and then shrug.
I was
hold up a little sighing Roadrunner style. Ouch.
We were playing Shadowrun, and I don't remember why, but I was on the ground, like, crawling between somebody's legs, and then they dropped a grenade.
Heyo.
Crit failed, and we both just died, and I was like, fuck. Like,
so this time I got a 17.
All right.
oh, yay.
So, picking up the bomb, you hurl at the first building you saw that had something that looked kind of like it would collapse or anything. And as the bomb sails through the air at the bakery, it suddenly starts kind of clicking exactly what you were throwing the bomb at. The throw goes relatively true as you hit the support beam. However, directly next to the support beam was a bunch of boxes and other things that as you explode the bomb, the support beam itself is unaffected.
Did those boxes have flour in them?
They did.
Great. That also makes a big visual.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, for flour is remarkably flammable, especially when it's dispersed in the air by something like
Gary, I might
an
have done a bad
explosion.
thing.
So yeah.
I'm now wondering what baking is like with these people who knew beforehand how flammable flour is when in the air. Like, how bad at baking are you?
And now it's time for cooking with Aruna.
Yay! Yay!
No
I want that
shade.
episode.
I would watch that show.
Oh my god, can we have some kind of like
Behind
light
a
goal
blast
or
screen.
something like where we can get an episode of that baking with Aruna?
I just got an idea.
I mean, I was gonna say, technically the anniversary,
anniversary
game
episode,
might
so-
have
I
potential.
know,
for
but I
that.
really want it to be like a mini like clip thing that just shows up on YouTube.
It's the commercial break.
Yeah.
And now it's time for cooking with Aruna.
And then like it just cuts to you covered in soot and stuff.
Did you guys know that flour is flammable? By the way,
Here, watch.
Take another legend points because that was amazing.
That's all the time we have for cooking with Aruna.
It just ends with an explosion and then cut to a standby screen. It's like, and that's it. That's it.
Your hair is going in one direction.
What hair?
As the explosion happens, you guys notice this giant fireball erupt over
it.
by this bakery.
But does it distract the
as,
guards?
The Swedish chef. I'm just getting this bommy.
I just see like a bunch of little bombs going into
It's just gonna end up like that Ben Stiller scene from, I think, Meet the Parents. Bomb ba bomb ba bomb 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 ba bomb bomb.
Kieran, have I mentioned how much I love you?
I love you. Sorry, I was trying not to bring it to a stop, but I couldn't not.
Take your little legend point.
Yay!
Those of you who will be
In the
watching at
bloom Where it
home,
happens, the bloom where it happens, the bloom where it happens.
all right. So
My God, in Cass we trust.
big fire ball explosion. You hear windows shattering. The fire itself seems to spread in a massive direction. As you guys kind of recover from what was supposed to be a small explosion to a very, very large explosion.
I imagine Aruna notices this as well.
Yes. I would think the first thought to come to your head was, did I give her the wrong bomb?
In fact, Jody, that's exactly
Zolta.
the first thought that comes through Aruna's head. He starts sifting and double checks. He reaches his entire arm in his bomb bag and just tries to rearrange things, make sure he's got the right thing in the right place.
Goes a little wide-eyed, but then she just wants to see if it distracted the guards.
I love the idea of him just, and her just
Full on Mary
like, you react
Poppinsing
like a cat.
yeah.
That's very much like, I meant to do that. Yep. Anyway. And he's just, that seems wrong.
So as this happens, Aruna is trying to figure out where his big bombs went and seeing if he accidentally gave one to Zolta. Kess, you were sitting there very intently focused, trying to figure out, watching Rel. And then a giant explosion happens to your left. It is large enough that even though it's 50-ish feet away, you feel the heat.
But I'm not harmed.
Nope, you just feel this wave. You
Then
almost
it's just going to be a slow knowing glare.
But have the guards been distracted?
Of like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Is that
When-
Zolta's just gonna like have a frozen smile on her face.
Fishwife!
Flower bomb.
When the same time that Kess is slowly panning over to Zolta, Iruna remembers something and slowly pans over to Pierre, who I assume seems like concentrating really hard on something, and thinks, "Did he just make that bomb a lot bigger?"
Wait, what?
Well, Pierre this entire time has been working on his prescience, so he's just like, and then, so now Iruna's looking at Pierre, who's still going.
Oh my god. Oh, that's fair. It never occurred to me that like he wouldn't have had much experience with flour and flame. They don't friggin' cook with flour in Goron City.
Sure don't.
None of your food is flammable.
We cook with ground.
Yeah, sand, not quite as flammable. So to answer the question you've asked like half a dozen times now, you see that the three guards kind of look down, and you see them do something kind of strange. Each one takes out a very small vial, and you watch them just throw it on the ground.
Smoke
And
bomb!
there is this really, really bright flash and very, very loud popping sound. It's not really an explosion, but it's a very, very loud popping sound that seems to echo off of everything. And you see it happen the three times. Once from each of the guards.
Flash
While that's
bomb.
happening, two people rush out of the bakery, kind of stamping out fires on their clothes, and they immediately start screaming for people to get buckets and things like that to draw water out of the river, because their bakery is on fire.
Checks out.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
great.
I would like, since this was Zulta's plan, I would like Zulta to choose even or odd.
Even. Team even every day.
Plan is a strong word.
All right. As they come out, they're frantically searching for anyone to help them. In their panic, they don't notice you guys, who are kind of like hiding in the nook of another building. But they are just running around for frantic. They're just screaming. They're calling for good guards. They're calling for anyone that will listen to them. And no one is currently coming. Yes.
Question.
Guess?
That bakery, that bakery was one we did or did not have plans for.
Define plans for.
The blueprints.
Did not. It's actually on the edge of the cul-de-sac.
Don't like this look. I don't like this.
This is the look that's going, hey guys, do you think it's possible we could potentially help them put out the fire and then see where the water drains?
Sure. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna step out from this hidden alleyway and go, oh my goodness, Iruna, Jax is here.
Oh, your smiling face. We've missed you. Wait, don't leave.
Bye.
You're smiling from the face. Bye.
All right.
If
What
I
does it
knew
look
more
like right now?
Oh
sign
my
language,
gosh,
I would
no
assign you
idea.
right now.
I know,
to
does
Jax.
Does that make sense? What I'm potentially thinking there, Alia?
Yes, and
Is there
well,
could be
we
another entrance
probably-
in
I
there?
don't know.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
Kiri, you're the game master.
Yes,
brilliant,
this
legend
is-
points for everyone.
Great. How many can I have?
I
Can I
think
have,
you
like-
wanted 44. Elias,
do.
you've been jilted for so long. Have 1 million.
Thank you.
I just
Look.
want like 20 rerolls.
I just
I
want
think
100
Granted,
legend points. Okay?
I am a
That's all I want.
benevolent dictator.
At this rate, it's going to take another 3 years for me to hit 100 legend points.
Why
I believe.
use all your legend points?
I use legend points. I just save some, specifically the ones from chat that can stack.
See, I've got this whole like I save stuff from rainy day, but at the same time, I feel like every time I get to play is a rainy day.
That's
Calamity Cannon is out there.
Ilea, you don't save for a rainy day. You save for a flood.
I do. I do the same thing in
Ilea
Pokemon.
is
I
the
like.
flood.
I never use TMs because I don't want to potentially need it in the future and then not have it. So then I always have like just a crazy inventory. I am the flood.
Roll for
so-
initiative.
Yay! What I was saying is building on you. I was going to step out from the alley and go, "Oh no, Aruna, go get some water."
Oh, do you have a bucket?
So, but before all this happens,
Great.
I'm going to bring Arel up to the date.
Thank you.
Don't worry, you've
You
missed
were-
about 1 minute of action.
Sorry. We were kind of stalling for you sometimes.
Yeah, at parts we were
Appreciate
stalling. At other parts we were just singing parodies of Music Man songs.
And I was facepalming.
And Hamilton songs and Cherry Bomb. I love all of you in chat, by the way, who just go along with
Arel,
us.
you were right next to this well, kind of hunkered down, and from where you were, you could see Kess, and you guys were trying to kind of communicate without speaking because you didn't want anyone to hear you. And then behind Kess, you saw Zulta say something to Aruna. Aruna reached into his bomb bag, gave her a hand bomb. She looked around for a couple seconds, found a building that was remarkably close to where you were, and chucked this bomb.
Hold
When
on, I thought that I had already shadow stepped back to Kess last time because I was talking to her.
Maybe you did.
Oh, I think that is accurate because I
Yeah.
think we were having a conversation.
Yeah, we were.
were. Because we were trying to plot out a thing.
Good, so
Ruin my
I'm so
cool
sorry.
little-
You
No,
know,
you were gonna
that's
have it
fine.
hit me, weren't you?
Maybe Kess has made
No.
the truth at the
I've
end.
already
going to-
broken my bone, so
Anyway, so you were next. You were in and Cass.
Don't
were
worry
having
about it, Shax. Ilea's got a
conversation,
bone box to replace anything we break.
and so suddenly, you saw movement, and you saw bomb leaves as Zulta's hand go and impact a support beam for like a porch. But it didn't really do anything to that. What it did do was there was a box and a few bags, since you store flour in bags that I now remember, that when the explosion happened, just erupted in this giant fireball. Because flour is remarkably flammable. And a few seconds after that, you saw people come running out of this bakery, patting fires out of their clothing, and screaming for help. Right as that's happening, you saw the three guards that were watching this area all take out a small vial and throw it to the ground, which created this really bright flash and this loud kind of popping sound that seemed to echo everywhere. And that's where you are right now. The people from the bakery are just screaming for guards or help or whatever. They don't seem to have noticed you guys just yet.
that's
No, we're-
good.
We're in the plume. We're in
Do you have a bucket, Zolta?
Is there a bucket in the alley we're in?
No, not that you can see.
Is there a
Is there
trash
a-
can
Is
in
there
the
a
alleyway?
Arel, was there a bucket in the fake well?
No, because it was very, very shallow.
Kind of like you. No.
Well, I mean, it's not shallow if it's true.
So should I ask them if they have a bucket?
I don't know who I was directing that comment to. It was
I was
just
hoping for Chax.
It was
Zolta
just
has
so
many
there.
depths. She
I'm
lives in the
trying-
depths.
Depth. I mean,
I made a fish joke.
I love you so much. All of you. Oh,
if the plan is to help them, then Iruna's, going to look for a way to help them. And if there's no other options, he will just ask them people if they have a bucket.
Well, again,
one's
you
stopped.
guys are.
Goron appearing out of nowhere. Hey, by the way. Yeah, but
Well, I did like step out from the alleyway and make a production of going, "Oh no, Aruna, get water from the river."
Oh, it was a production. In that case,
Yes.
Iruna's like, oh, yes. Does anyone have a bucket?
There was like some whole like kickball changes. There was a few
You're
little
muted, Jody.
bossy moves.
I'm very performative.
As you say this,
So I'm going to
Uh,
disappear again. Thanks for drawing attention back to where I am. I appreciate that. I'm just kidding. I didn't shadow step away from the wall. I'm still there.
I stepped out from the alley.
as you say this, the two people kind of rush over to you, just kind of begging for your help. At this point, like maybe a minute has passed, and still no one is here. Like these guys are making a massive commotion. The fireball was pretty big, but no one is coming at all.
I would like to tell the people, well, like, is there some kind of firefighting unit in this city?
They
Fire
just look at you
brigade,
like
if
you're
you will.
nuts.
Go find people to help. We'll work here. Go find people to help.
But we're right here. We can help, Zolta.
You can't see me because there's a cat.
Remove the cat.
Cats! Oh gosh.
Just straight up cattail in the middle of the
Yep.
camera.
Yep.
At least it was the tail.
Yeah. Well, my camera's luckily high enough. I don't think, like, without some weird stretching, he'll be able to show his asshole. So.
He is a cat,
Calcifer would
though.
find a way.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair.
as they're asking you guys, they see Zolta there. You're a Zora. Make the water.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you guys go get help. We'll work on the fire. Okay?
Okay, and they rush off.
Great. Now the potentially innocent bystanders are gone.
For now.
I have lightning energy. Do I happen to have any power with water? I think I'm a purely
no.
destructive being.
Turns out this
um,
is not Hyrule Warriors.
It is kind
This
of
is
an accepted idea that the Zora haven't really discredited. That all Zora have this kind of magical control over water.
If we do get this fire out before they return, I'm taking all the credit.
I believe
Why?
Bull has some attachment to him that is
Oh,
somewhat fire
yeah.
extinguishing.
Yes, he does.
He did actually put
Oh.
out fires in the thing. However, at this point, as you guys look back, the building is engulfed. Like something inside the building was apparently very flammable, and they're fire pouring out the windows. Like it is a full on blaze at this.
So are we...
Does it look like more than flour?
Make me a logic check.
May I also make a logic check?
In general, we don't want because every roll matters. We don't want everybody making this as the same roll.
I would
allow
like to
you
say that I asked
to-
that question to Pess.
I will allow you to give her advantage 3 on her check.
I can only get advantage on it
Oh,
because I
because you have
zero.
no because you have no logic.
I have learning and I have willpower up the wazoo. But I do
But-
not have logic.
But I'm also standing there, so is there a reason I would not also go? This
Like-
seems like more than flour.
All right, I'll let you. Generally, in Open Legend, we don't want everyone making this as the same check, but it
I respect
works.
that, but
But
I am
Zolta
standing
noticing
right
things
by
versus
her.
Cass
In this
noticing
exact
things.
instance,
Iruna also is just like, that seems like. No, I'm just kidding. Iruna instead is looking for the nearest
know-
source of water.
To be perfectly honest, it would make more sense for Aruna
For
to
Runa.
do that because you know about exploding.
It
But he
would, but
doesn't
that's
know
not
about
But
where
you
his
don't
mind
know
is.
about flour.
I do now. Oh, you bet Iruna knows now.
is Aruna now checking again to see that he didn't give me a giant bomb?
No, Iruna's looking for the nearest source of water to him.
I'm gonna
Which is
use
the massive
2
river.
of my legend points.
How far away is the river? Did we
About
establish
the
that?
30 feet behind where you guys are
Oh.
standing.
Jody,
You guys are literally right on there.
The logical one prevailed.
what happens, you see, is this explosion goes, and then Zolta just reaches over to Cass as if to go, was that supposed to happen that way? And Cass
Yeah.
looks over at it and with a 38 logic goes,
Well, for flour, yeah, I'm getting a more complete picture now. Where it says Azulta, who is only seen flour on like the aprons of the servants serving her for food,
oh, I'm gonna use this later.
is kind of perplexed by the idea that something exploded that shouldn't have. Kess, on the other hand, is going, "Oh, I remember when I almost blew up our kitchen like that."
Oh, I remember making flour bombs by accident as a child.
And now Zolta is so confused
That
that,
catches
he can make
Aruna's
bombs
ear.
out of flour.
That's why you should be nice to the help, Zolta.
Or why
They'll
don't we just take
radicalize.
away the dangerous things?
Because then you won't eat half of the things you like.
I don't need bread.
But no pastries.
Who are you, Atkins?
I mean, IRL, I'm not supposed to eat bread, but
It's delicious. Just like dairy.
I also not supposed to eat
Do you know what
Same.
gluten is? I don't know, but it's delicious.
Are you lactose intolerant? I regret nothing. The charcuterie board is perfection.
That's the
So
worst
anyway,
part. Is like I see a
uh,
charcuterie board for sale, and I'm like, yes.
So, Cass, you're just sitting there, and the explosion, you're like, oh, for flower bombs. The good old days of being at home. And then the fire just spreads significantly faster than you think it should. And you immediately start going, okay. And you're going through
Anything that
Every
would be in a
ingredient.
bakery.
every ingredient in your kitchen, in kitchens you sell. You're like, oil.
Grease fire!
You're like, oh, they probably make fried food in there.
I would love that realization to also be just as cheerful for Cass. It's just, grease fire! Oh, we should go.
Wait, grease also burns.
Like it's like that like da, 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 da. It's a grease fire. Oh.
And as Kess is doing that, Iruna is uncomfortably, with cupped hands, shuffling water to and from the river and just onto the bakery.
No,
Wait,
wait,
no,
no.
Yes, grease fire.
So it went from
The flour was supposed to help
went
with
from
that.
like, oh, grease fire. Oh no. Oh no.
This is officially turned into a sitcom for folks.
I mean, this is better than my brain going to meth labs. So
It's become the
Not
Five
so bad.
Stooges while Pierre tries to put out the fire with his mind.
so Six
you
Stooges.
missed that, Arel. As the explosion happens, Kess just looks over at Zulta, and then Aruna looks over to Pierre, who's trying to improve his impressions. Is going, "Rrrr." And so Aruna thinks he just exploded things with his mind, and It's been a great
Stop
day.
doing that.
An eventful 60 seconds.
Imp
Yep.
says salt would also help, and I'm not sure if he's actually being helpful, and I think no. Also, I
you
don't
can pour
cook.
salt on a
Sand, sand.
grease fire. Technically, the best thing to throw on it is like cornstarch. Works really well for getting rid of grease fires.
So these motherfuckers don't make cornbread? Jeez, this thing should have put itself out if they just made
Cornbread's
all the right things.
delicious. Cornbread and honey. Ooh, we should get that.
So, Runa, as you're throwing more, you start seeing this kind of river of fire start leaking out as the grease is coming out and starting to just keep going.
Guys, I think the water's making it worse.
Man, funny story. If you look up grease fires and how to extinguish them, one of the first things it tells you is do not use flour on a grease fire.
Yeah. Technically, the best thing you can
Baking
do
soda you can do,
You know, I
but
think
not
that
flour.
we can just give up on this. It's a lost cause. We don't have any buckets.
Everybody
Tess,
in the
how do we
fake well.
get in?
Everybody in the
Yeah.
fake well.
Yeah, okay, great. Let's go.
Go.
Wait, what? And
At
then
least we'll have some water on us.
Runa confusedly follows the rest of the group.
So, where are you guys going?
Towards the well.
Well.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't you like to know?
God.
The well. We're going towards the well.
If you hear purrs in my mic, there's a cat.
I can hear it. Oh.
Luckily, it's the quieter cat.
Cool. As you guys just start running towards the well, you hear from like 3 different places around you, "Stop!" And you see more people that look surprisingly similar to the guards that were, or the lookouts that were watching this area. As 4 come from I have to think how this is. Rivers to the west. From the north, 4 people come. From the south, another 3 come. And from the east, kind of coming through the little alleyways between the buildings, another 5 could come. Kind of just surrounding you guys.
Yeah,
Zolt's
knew that
gonna
was
go,
gonna happen.
finally, I'm glad that they found someone. Where are your buckets? You need to get to the river. I'm not sure it will help, but we have to try for those bakers' sake.
But Zolta, there's
As
probably
you're-
water in this well.
No.
Yeah, let's check the well.
No, we don't.
As you guys
know.
are saying this, you hear the familiar sound of weapons unsheathing.
Oh.
Well, I don't think those are gonna help you collect water. Maybe in your scabbards, I guess. That's the thing you could do. That seems very
I
inefficient.
feel like they don't want to put out the fire.
Oh, so they want to die today. Okay, that's cool.
I
Did say you
don't
wanted
think that
You
they-
did say you wanted to kill some bitches. So
Out of character, 100% into it.
I recommend just force pushing them into the fire.
in
Just
character.
put
Can we
this-
do that?
Just put this with the rest of the fire.
Put this with the rest of the
Pierre,
fire.
can you move things with your mind yet?
Oh my god.
I sent an email.
We have the Trifork.
We do have the Trifork. Are we just gonna like use?
Yes.
Are we gonna
Women.
shish kebab them into the
Trifork's not a
thing?
magic
I think
wand.
you will find we're just using it like a pitchfork, like a cosmic pitchfork, and they are just hay on the fire.
God.
1, 2.
Would you guys like a shovel to dig yourself deeper?
Oh, I've had a shovel
I think
since
we're
like
doing a
episode
pretty
4.
good job. on
Look.
our own.
Ilea
Actually, maybe the
needed.
dirt would be helpful on the.
Ilea said her mental health needed to kill some bitches in game, and I am here for her. For better or worse.
Okay.
I appreciate
Yes.
that.
Good.
Remember
In
me.
sickness or in conflagration?
I,
in
you know-
sickness or inflammation.
I don't like the inflammation part. But you know, if vows did include in conflagration, I would actually probably be willing to take some vows. So, I think that I want to go full destructive trance.
999-881-999-911-9-725.
I hate everything.
3.
I have no idea what's happening, but I would like to kill things.
Oh,
You should probably try
God.
to turn it off and then to turn it on again.
You would
So
love the IT crowd if you have not seen it,
you
Amelia.
would.
I've watched
Or maybe
a
you
couple
wouldn't, I don't know.
episodes, and it didn't draw me in.
that's
It
fair.
feels like one of those where I have to get past a few episodes.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Kind of like The Office.
Yeah.
Basically, have to
love
get
The
through
Office.
season 1. Same thing for Buffy, actually. Like, season 1's fine, but you don't really get into the show until season 2.
Yeah, the only reason why I got super into the IT crowd was because of Miles. I just thought he was like the funniest thing. Everything else was like meh. But yeah, I just kept watching for him. It was great. She died.
So she died.
So, I want to go into a destructive trance.
She's dead. She died.
Okay.
haven't used this yet.
Why
Was
doesn't
it the
everyone
was it
go
the
ahead
tapas? Tapas. Yes, sure. I don't know.
and...
I'm just gonna take a nap.
Why not?
You can let me know when we're back in the game.
I'm
Sorry.
pretty
How
sure
about-
that Jody's trying to get us to roll for initiative.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for initiative for me.
Oh no, where did my thing go?
I am initiative.
Oh,
You are.
how
Oh, hey,
fun!
me too.
It's a fun roll.
Oh no. Oh, no.
There it is.
I don't like when Elias's voice hits a pitch I never hear it
You
in.
know,
That's fun.
Elias
Oh, no.
usually doesn't roll very well on things.
So, Zulta, what you got?
I'm going to go into a destructive trance.
How
Yeah,
about
but
you
your
give me your
initiative.
initiative
Oh,
first?
okay. I forgot that I need to tell you that, and not just the fact that I got a 34 means that I get to go first.
Cool. Kess.
31.
Runa.
I'm full of initiative today.
Oh my god,
Elias! I think we all stole the good rolls, and Elias was left somehow.
Oh
with
my
that.
god.
We
It's
all got in
literally
our
going to be the
30s.
three
I
of
got a
us,
30.
all the guards, and then Runa.
Do you want a
He's our
reroll
winner.
token? Hey
Yeah,
guys.
do you have
Nah,
any
I'm
roll
good.
tokens?
No, save the reroll
I'm
for
good.
something other than initiative.
I don't even know if I have any of those. Oh, I do. Look at that. I actually have things.
Hey.
Hooray for Goron Girth.
Christ,
God.
I'm just so sad I missed that conversation.
It just you can't say like even if you use it in a sentence that it's like meant for in a proper way, like oh don't forget to cinch the girth when you're like going horse riding.
Yeah.
It still sounds wrong. Don't forget to cinch the girth. Heh.
Or is it right?
I mean,
Right.
I'm not here to kink shame.
Sounds like you are.
As long as everyone is of a legal age and consents.
Is it hard to be a kitty? Sorry, I don't know if you
Like-
heard that. Like,
I did not hear that, so
I
I
did
was on the
not
fence of was it a cat thing or was Angelique bringing you coffee?
oh no, Angelique is doing something cleaning wise because she's amazing. No, I just heard the saddest cat meow.
Oh my
Like-
god, Elias, please re-roll!
Nah, I'm
Oh
good.
my god.
Jody got a 7.
No.
So,
It's initiative. Initiative is when it comes to like rerolls. Initiative is not the one you need.
It's
it
fine,
on.
guys. I'm the
know.
cleric, so it works out. I can just heal everyone.
Yeah. He's the one who cleans up our
So,
messes.
Zulta,
Yes.
you notice, if my math is correct, 12 people closing in with various weapons trained on you.
You wanted people to kill. Your wish has been
I'm
granted.
so sorry if that just rolled.
So I'm gonna have to put some block text into the chat so you understand what's happening
Gosh,
right
darn it,
now.
Where is everything going?
First of all, with Destructive
God.
Trance, it's
Nani?
an add-on to Battle Trance.
Oh
Mhm.
Jesus!
So with battle trance,
She's just basically in a
I get
murder rage
advantage
coma.
1 on all attacks.
Oh, isn't this your
My
Super
toughness-
Saiyan form?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My toughness and resolve defenses are increased by 3. If my armor bonus is less than 3, it becomes 3, which I think it is. And then
when did you
I
get
face
to the destructive trance?
as soon as my entropy hits 7, baby. I haven't used it since we last leveled up, but I've been waiting.
right.
She been waiting.
So tell me how you're not evil again.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
She's willing to wait for it.
I am the one thing in life I can
Guys.
control.
That's inaccurate. You can't even control that.
I'm dying here.
I don't.
So while the rest of you
try.
are trying to kind
Break out in song.
of come up with a plan to what to do, you watch as Zulta
She
just
just powers
slowly
up.
just starts to rise into the air. Her eyes turn
That's
And
kind
it's
of
a
black
free
and red.
action.
not a good sign.
Battle trance is a
Battle
free
trance is a free action. Look at as a free action on your turn.
action? Wow. I could have sworn that was a full action.
No.
Ness just reaches over and
I
grabs
copy
the
and pasted
popcorn
the
that is
text.
conviently popped
Well,
by
you
the
know-
fire.
You know, Jody,
And
it's just
just
like dragon
decides to sit
transformation.
back
It's a
and
free
watch.
action for some reason.
There is a very good reason why that is a free action.
As I'm
So
sure
it
there's
is-
a good reason for this.
I basically just have to keep fighting for a long time. But in addition to the battle trance cool stuff, now
Jesus.
all my dice explode on their high number as well as the one just below the high number.
So hang on. We've already seen your Super Saiyan form before. This is like a new level of Super Saiyan.
This
Like
is the new level of
this is
Super
this is
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan 2.
That's what it's
Instead
called.
of just going
Yeah.
Please know I'm going to
her
be
hair,
useless once this is
the-
done.
that doesn't exist goes all the way down to like her ankles. No, Triple Lily. This is the Super Saiyan where she gets super amazing hair. I didn't know there's a pink. I know there's Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, then Super Saiyan Blue,
Oh my God.
and then I think there's another color in there, and it's Dragon Ball, and they make their characters too powerful.
So this gives me an additional advantage. This is going to take a lot of math, so please don't base it off of what goes in there, because then I have to see if any dice
Yep.
explode in addition.
And this is a stand completely.
Cool. So I will use a death drain.
All right. So the question is going to be, are you single targeting or multi targeting?
I think I'm gonna single target on this.
Okay.
And hope that I get 10 above, because then I can multi-target on like other stuff. Giddies. Who's the biggest, baddest looking person there?
They all look like they're all actually wearing the same outfits.
Okay. I'm going to target someone who's easily in view of most of the people there.
My God.
I'm hoping that I will destroy him in such a way that I will force fear into my enemies.
Oh, sure.
Oh god. Hopefully I still have reroll tokens if I need to. Okay, so first let's see what we got.
Yes.
My D20 did not do well. Ooh, okay. So how many D10s do I actually get? I'm so confused. How many D10s do I actually get?
That's a crap ton of advantage.
Oh, I do have a crap ton of advantage. I have specifically added like feats that give me advantage on entropy. I'm insane.
Let me actually look at your character sheet here. So you get to 2d10 is
Okay.
what you normally get.
So, okay.
So with what you rolled, from what I'm
I-
seeing,
Okay, now I know that's how it works. I'm going to.
You rolled it to 2.
Yes.
However, your 19 would explode a second time because it was a 10 and a 9.
Yeah.
So
So
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and just
roll
roll
that
it
again.
another D10.
Okay. So fun fact, I rolled a 9.
Okay, do it again. So
So we're
just
at
keep
38 right now.
just keep a running total.
I rolled a 10.
You're kidding me.
Keep on going.
I am not kidding. I got this.
Yeah. Oh no, I know how to hold up a 10 to the camera too.
I know. 48. Okay, and so that's a 5, so that's 53.
Gotcha.
Now, is that 10 over?
So
Yeah, is it 10 over?
Just barely. Just barely.
So you guys will watch as Zulta rises up. Her eyes turn black with red bits of lightning going through them. The lightning starts just shooting out in random places. You can see it kind of course over her skin. Her voice deepens and develops an echo. She looks over at one of the people attacking, and you watch as just the act of looking sends this bolt of black and red light at them. As it hits them, you watch him kind of writhe and mangle as you watch basically Last Crusade style, his skin just kind of melt away to bones, and then the bones themselves turn to dust.
Okay, as that happens, I want to look at him and say, he chose poorly. And then look at all the other guards and say, who's next? And was it 10 over?
Yeah, but there's nothing to Bane.
But I have multi-targeting.
You
Well, I have
chose to
multi-target.
do.
I have multi-target boon specialist. Can I do something for that?
Does that
No, but-
count though
Okay,
when you've
because it's not
chosen
a
a
bane,
single?
right?
You chose a single target. The
Yeah,
first
you
time.
chose as a single target. So after the hit, you can't choose to then attack multiple. So
Well, I wasn't thinking about attacking them. Like if you attack one,
multi-to-target Bane
Yeah.
would have to be you use your action to cast a
Okay.
Bane
that
instead
is-
of making an attack and then getting a Bane added for free. That doesn't
Okay.
give you multiple.
That's what I was wondering about.
Good question, but no.
I put in stacks on
Who's
stacks
a
on
little
stacks.
business kitty?
Also, in all will love me and despair.
Business
Well-
kitty.
Kitty.
Leave that alone.
And that's the rest of the show, guys. We are just going to watch Calcifer.
I mean, that's my life. No.
So after the earthquake stops at Kiri's house,
Sorry.
Icon has the
We had
TPS
one
reports.
last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last night was just not a good night for anyone. So that happens.
Kess learned something new about herself.
Yeah.
That she's weirdly turned on by that. No. That's
Aroused
my wife.
taking
No.
notes.
Where are they in position between us? Like,
Your
regards to
sister's
fire.
surrounded. Oh, the fire.
so
The-
there are
the-
some of these guys with their backs foolishly to the fire.
Yes.
Huh. I would like to use my hook shot to knock one of them into the fire.
I would like to help with that by being so intimidating they don't notice the hook shot is going towards them.
Okay.
Does that give me an advantage? What does that do?
That's my goal, is to like
Yeah.
give you
I'll give
advantage.
you. I think for disintegrating someone, I can give you advantage to 2.
Sweet. Sir, stop. He's going for the mouse.
As he should.
No. Remove the
Go
cat.
after the fuzzy mice, not the ones that I use for my computer.
That sounds like a
Uh,
personal problem.
Okay.
You tell him go after
Yeah, but-
mice, he does it.
Hi. Can we not do this right now?
Are you gonna make a roll or anything?
57! Thanks for that. I didn't even have to use my legend points. Thanks for that plus 2.
Somehow higher than Zolta's
It's higher than
infinite
what I
roll.
did, yes. Because she got a 17 on her d20 instead of a 2. And you got a
This is my
20 on one
coffee.
of your d8s.
You don't need coffee.
And a 15 on another one. That is
That is
awesome.
literally-
So at this
The
point,
last
you
thing
guys
you
have
need.
effectively become the horsemen of the apocalypse.
I am death.
No, I think you're.
Kess, I was about to say, you're
I
the
am
death.
death.
Kess, you got war, pestilence, or famine.
Pestilence? I feel like I'm the only one who should be trusted with a bioweapon.
None of
where's my
us
white
should be
horse?
trusted with a bioweapon.
Where's my white
Famine
horse?
just feels like a Runa and his rock diet.
He just tries to help people.
Yeah, but he only gives them rocks.
So, Arel,
Accidental
your
apocalypse.
war. Yeah, you
You're muted.
watching this bolt disintegrate to someone, you very quickly kind of wink at Zulta as you pull out your hook shot, aim, fire, hit the guy just square in the chest, pierce his chest, gets stuck on his spine as you push him into the fire, come back with little bits of lung attached to your hook shot.
Gross.
You are muted.
You're still muted.
Bro.
And cupcakes.
Just that look of.
Or in
Gross.
cupcakes. I mean, if you think about it, PTA bake sales, sometimes like there's some war going on there.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, this is true.
Also, now I just think in John Mulaney quotes. Just, gross. Mop it up. Now back to my hunch.
Give us more money.
I relate to that
I
bit way
blame
too
you
much.
for my obsession with John Mulaney, but by the way, until
I
you
don't
recommended
feel
him,
sorry.
I had never seen him.
I don't feel sorry about that at all, and I relate far too hard to the. I paid my college $120,000, and they had the gall to call me and ask if I could donate as an alumni. And I was like, "You dumbass bitches! I'm still paying my college tuition."
Also, Seraphin's on it today. I guess you can say you took his breath away, Kess.
It took a lot of things away.
Thanks, I hate it.
Anything else you wanted to do?
High five, Zolta.
Zolta's still gonna glare
Just
them
boom,
all
and then we're
down.
A very hovering, hair-flowing Zolta.
I'm just glaring down all the people in intimidation and just like.
We don't even look at each other. We just go boom.
Ro,
Well, I was going to do Fear of Darkness, but I think they were all terrified of everyone here.
in addition
So-
to probably rethinking your decision to be around these people, what would you like to do?
Oh, good, I'm not muted anymore.
Yeah, you know you're not.
Yeah, we can
Um,
hear you.
Good. Cool. So I am then going to. Let's see, what was that? Oh, I'm going to throw a shadow bolt at the person standing directly next to the one that was hook shot.
I would also like to help by being so intimidating they don't notice Arel.
Well, so I gave you guys one free help per turn. So if you want to do that, you can. It will take your action in the next turn to do that.
Don't do that. I'm good.
yeah.
I have a feeling I'll be good.
Kess is gone. Aruna,
What?
help Arel.
What?
I have got something in my throat and it is driving me nuts.
Is it saliva?
You want to
Um,
go get water while we just destroy the guards?
I have sparkling water, which normally helps, and nothing.
Well, at least you're not allergic to milk and decided to eat cottage cheese during the stream.
By the way, with his 1, Iruna has no idea what's happening right now.
Yeah, Seraphim thinks
You're
you're playing
still-
tic-tac-toe with a guard.
You're still in
We'll
your
find out.
bomb bag going, seriously, I don't remember giving her napalm.
I would also really like Kess to invent thermite. I love thermite.
Interesting.
Please.
That would be a lot more in Runa's wheelhouse.
I know, but I also feel like right now that Kess might do that as a gift for me.
So,
In this state, probably.
Arel, how about you roll me a shadow bolt?
Yep,
If it's a 58, I swear.
21.
Alright. Which, to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of happy about.
That is not in the 50s.
Yeah. Zulta disintegrates someone. Kess performs an autopsy on a live subject from 30 feet away.
Those are illegal.
Arel,
But
you
she wanted
fire.
She wanted it alone.
You fire a bolt of shadow energy that hits one, and you see kind of this mark where it hits, and he kind of winces a little bit. Other than that, not a whole lot.
I'm still gonna wink at the both of them.
You go up for the high 5.
I'm just on
Nothing.
the other side. Nope.
With
Reach
that,
back and just pat you guys instead. Like, oh, I meant to do that.
the remaining 5 are. Oh, that would be why I'm on the wrong thing. I was like, what the heck?
5?
There's only 5?
That's what I heard.
Or I'm sorry, 10.
Damn it. Because, I mean, like, on the one hand, woo, but on the other hand, I wanted to kill more than that, so.
All of which are going to attack you.
Great, I need to put my, is it for attacking me?
Yeah. The large well, let's say they go 5 and 5. 5 rush in to kill Zulta. 5 rush in to kill the doctor over here.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Wait,
The doctor is Kess.
Yeah, the
Damn
doctor
it.
is Kess.
I described what you did as performing an autopsy on a live subject from 30 feet away.
I can tell you what killed him. Me.
Oh my God.
I did it. It was me.
But was he still cognizant when he went into the fire?
Probably. As his lung was getting
But in
ripped
my
out.
defense, I didn't start the fire. It was already burning
True.
since Zulta was turning.
To our enemy to destroy them.
Social distancing. So
Okay. I think I have the information I need to now know how I'll survive if they try and attack me.
All right, so 5. So the first one is a 19.
Against guard?
Yes.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. Nope.
Wow.
7,
So I got a
14.
19, 7, 14.
That
21.
one meets my new guard.
So you take the 3 damage.
Okay.
Wow, that was pathetic.
Now Kess with her 5
It's all
hits
right.
gets all
I
like-
have very little guard.
Now for guess.
Oh,
Gonna
please.
get murdered.
I'm so squishy.
Yep.
Oh,
37.
Why?
yeah, that definitely hits. And because I have a 19, so that's 10 over.
You got a
All right.
17 on a D6.
You got a 50 on a D8 or something like that.
No. I got a total of 53, and I had 2 D10s.
Remind me
One
how
was
much
an
damage
8.
it is when it's that much over.
You subtract your guard from it, and that's how much the damage you take. And then you will also take persistent damage of a d6 when your turn comes around again. If you are conscious at that point. Yeah, so that was attack number 1.
Nice.
Attack number 2 is the 30
Jesus.
plus a 5. I literally am just kicking agility and then submit. There's no advantage and then nothing.
You got a 22 on the D20 for that one. And a 10 on a D6.
I'm unconscious at this point.
Okay. The other the 3 redirect themselves towards Zulta.
Do I go into negatives or do I just go at 0?
You just go to 0 in open legend. If you take the damage again, there's a thing where any damage you take when you're incapacitated can be what's called a finishing blow, and you have to make a roll to see if it kills you.
Well,
luckily, as soon as you dropped, they redirected focus on the one that can disintegrate people with her mind. However, as you drop,
avenge me, fishwife!
Yeah, I'm very pissed at the fact that she's unconscious now.
As you drop to the floor, you suddenly hear this doink, 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 doink. From Imp in my head, you get a Great Fairy heal. So take 46.
It's not a great fairy.
That is an excellent fairy.
And Sarah gives a reroll token to Aruna. Don't roll a 1 ever again.
I'm gonna laugh if my next roll's a 1.
Oh, it did too.
Thank you, sir.
With that, the other 3 go on to attack Zulta. Oh, I completely missed the message, Amp. I'm so sorry. I just accepted it. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
There might
Do I not roll that?
Wait.
Oh, no. No, I forgot. Imp had a message on his Great Fairy roll, and I just forgot to read it, is all. So to make the roll, it's /roll 46 and then 2 exclamation marks at the end. Because that will make the mixes explode. Let's finish the rolling for the bad guys. So 18, which is still... you want the exclamation points right next to the...
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I was
none of
trying
those
to-
exploded, so don't worry about it. But she regains the 13 hit points. And 2 more attacks against Zulta. Wow, Zulta has plot armor. I rolled an 18, a 12, and a 13. The only
It's because they're
rolls...
terrified of her.
Yeah, apparently.
Their dice are terrified.
I'm scary.
Why did the dice stop? It's right. Sorry. Dumb joke.
All right. Yeah, that's their turn. Aruna, at this point, you guys are surrounded by bad guys. You watched, you just heard kind of a plop
People are
as Kess hits the ground and then slowly kind of looks around as she's kind of prone and surrounded by dudes with swords.
been there.
And Zulta has turned into
Really?
a
Tell me more.
Dragon Ball character. Like 100%. She's like,
Well, if you remember years ago when I created Power Rangers explosions, I think that a progression to Dragon Ball just makes sense.
So there's
I'm also slightly Pokemoning with a 3-headed mini lizard.
I'm just waiting for you to take the companion feat and turn it into a battle lizard.
oh my god. So there's 10 people left. Still a good crowd around us.
Yeah, and you guys are completely surrounded, or rather,
Well, there's a
Kess and
slight
Zulta are.
there's a slight hole now. No.
So we're surrounded.
I think there are a couple of holes.
As in people.
So we're surrounded, and there's no group of them
Dang
together.
it!
No, they're grouped together. They all came up to attack. Probably the biggest group is the 8 that are all around Zulta.
Oh, because they're all
They're
attacking
not
with swords,
smart.
right? So they all just are trying to slash this Super Saiyan. Okay. Well,
All right.
this escalated quickly.
All right.
Now, ladies.
Oh jeez.
Where,
It's time for the Mambo number 5.
Oh, because I went into Heya.
I did too.
Sorry.
I
What's
have.
cooler than being cool?
Ooh, ice
Zolta.
cold.
No, Zolta.
Yes. He.
Saruna.
All right.
No, I'm just waiting for all the singing to stop. Just a story of my life.
Never
Now
gonna
to the
happen.
fishwives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there flour anywhere near Aruna?
No,
Okay.
not currently.
All the flowers on fire coming out of the windows with the oil.
In that case, Iruna will conduct an experiment
Oh no.
in this very
Yay.
controlled environment,
Not me.
wherein taking in this explosion he just saw of a hand bomb that seemed to have had an additional effect with maybe flour, maybe mind control, who knows. He's going
Anyone's
to
game.
compare that to the explosion effect and radius of his big bomb, which he will throw and place in the proximity of 8 people, attempting to avoid Zolta. But you know, if it's impossible,
Because
it's impossible.
they're literally around her,
We're
you would not
all-
be able to hit all 8 without hitting
Okay,
It would be really
then I'm
funny
fine
if you
with
threw it
that.
at me and I just threw it on the ground.
I threw it on the ground.
Alcohol
I
is
ain't
poison.
part of your system.
I haven't heard that song ever.
Okay. So,
Telekinetic gluten. That is by far the greatest phrase I've ever heard.
That should be
Brain.
a like alternative band
oh
name.
god, I don't have.
Oh,
I
it
was a-
should be. That would be awesome.
Give me a minute.
I was about to say that the telekinetic gluten was my Jonathan Colton cover band.
So speaking about how it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, I have an Eat Street notification that says, Avasti, your bounty of bites awaits. Hunger, ye be warned.
All right. So,
Indeed.
nope, that's a D10. Got that. Got this.
Oh,
got
and
that,
Brain
got this,
Grain!
that.
We're Back is such a good movie.
So, how much advantage to kill everyone except Zolta? Let's see here.
But we're also close by.
Yeah, that's why I said everyone was. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's.
Except that this party will probably be what kills me and not the NPC.
Yeah, probably.
Let's try
I
out
saved you by doing
advantage
something
4.
you didn't like. Ooh.
Okay. So this is versus guard. Advantage 4.
While Elias is rolling, hopefully well, how much disadvantage is it to attack more than one person, Jody?
Depending on how you did do it, if you are just mulking, If you are just multi-targeting, it's disadvantage 1 for each additional target. If
Okay.
you are area targeting, it's disadvantage 1 for each interval of 5 feet on a single side of a square or a cone or whatever you're.
Unless you have a feat.
Yeah, there are feats that can change that, but
So I'm assuming I would have disadvantage 1 based on my feat, area manipulation, the fact there's just 8 of them in total.
to get 8, you're going to need something that's 15 feet by 15
Yeah, and I think I get 10 feet, right? So that's probably 1 disadvantage.
Yeah,
with all
you
said
only
and
have
done.
1 level of multi-attack.
No, not multi-attack, area manipulation.
Area
Well,
manipulation.
no, and
yeah.
sorry, multi-target attack specialist with area. Oh no, that's yeah. It's
Okay.
level 1. So,
So you only have 1 level of that.
yeah,
Then yeah, it'd be disadvantage 1.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you're-
I'm using my reroll token.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'll take this
Very
one.
tense music
take
for
this one.
Elias to roll.
Okay.
He says that and it's a 1 again.
Okay. I need to math.
Knock on wood.
I apologize in
So
advance, Zolta.
dead air. How's
Hello.
Calcifer? Cats are always fun.
And while we wait for these numbers to
He's
come in, remember
Chasing
that
after
you
the
can
pirate
help
wench
us.
that is my wife.
Go ahead, send Zolta a legend point. She needs 4 more to reach the next whole number.
No, we
Why?
only did a deal in whole numbers. You don't get partial little legend points.
Well, by
No,
whole
she
number, I
means,
mean
like-
10 number.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound as good.
Mhm. So for everyone in that area, the 8 guards, Zolta, it is a 47 versus guard.
Well, that hurts. And also, you just attacked someone in a battle trance.
Yep.
No.
41.
I will hug Zolta with the power of love.
right,
I'm just saying.
So sorry, I was doing something else. What was the roll?
Right. So for everyone in that cluster, including Zolta, 47 versus guard.
So mistakes were made.
The
So I'm
stress.
still up. Barely.
But
I currently have 3 hit points.
okay. And then because I attacked someone in a battle trance, what does that mean?
That she's mad.
Oh,
Uh,
no. Okay, sure.
She
I
might
think
not be able to tell the difference between.
You
and-
attacked me.
Yeah. Well, you know, you were
Like,
surrounded.
It doesn't have anything under the rules, but I'm thinking like in terms of flavor text and like where I am right now.
It makes sense.
So
Yeah.
Aruna reaches into his bomb bag, takes out a bomb significantly larger.
And remember, this is an experiment to compare between.
And while the rest of you guys are all like infighting, you just see him like very casually take it out, and he looks and he kind of weighs it. You see him give it a couple kind of hefts. And then he just kind of lobs it like hook shot. And it
Alley-oop.
lands on Zulta.
Can
Zulta's
I
just-
please catch it and throw it down and still get caught in the explosion?
Sure.
Great.
You're-
As
without
long as
even
it's
thinking,
cooler.
You, just take it like dunk it.
You just reach a hand up and grab the bomb, and Aruna sits there going,
Uh-oh.
"Dang it!" And then, body parts go flying. There's blood and guck everywhere.
Isn't that called
Not-
sniping in certain video games? Did I steal a Runa's kill?
Sniping, yeah.
They call it kill steeds. This is stealing.
Thankfully, it's not
Sniping
competitive
is
in
a
everyone's eyes.
completely different the thing.
But he looks at it over. He goes, "That should help."
So we went from 12 to 2.
Beautiful. And now it's my turn?
Aruna, would you like to do anything else?
I think using a big bomb means I can't do too much else. But if there's no flour or any new like grease material near me, then he will just stand
I mean, you do have
and
that trail of-
mentally take note of the
Comparison.
comparison. Thank you. Yes.
You do have a line of water fire going towards you because you were throwing the water.
Well, but that's we ran a little ways away from that.
Oh yeah.
So, Zulta. There's two guys left.
So I'm going to multi-target, which gives me a disadvantage 1, correct?
Yep.
So that means instead of rolling 9 d10s, I'll be rolling 8 d10s.
Oh no.
Every monster you guys fight from now on is a boss.
To be fair, I'm gonna pass out when this is done, and Arun's gonna have to drag my butt.
We're also
wherever
like
we're going next.
level 7 now out of 10. Not too
Okay.
bad.
Oh, that's 1 9. Oh, that's a 10.
It's also worth noting I would have done almost no damage at all if I hadn't rerolled.
So I get to roll 8. I'm halfway through.
So, Elias.
Yeah, what's up?
Seen any good movies?
Well, see, the thing about movie theaters is that you're not supposed to go into them right now, so no.
You can still watch movies. You don't need it at the theater.
No, movies are banned entirely, according to Christopher Nolan, if movie theaters are closed. So
Imp goes, hey, remember that time Aruna was dying while you and Arel were flirting?
I do.
I don't consider that flirting.
Guess who does?
There. 47. And to be fair, I only got 1 10 and 1 9. And then I didn't crit any of them. I just got an 18 on D20.
Poor Jody.
I'm sorry, Jody, but also I'm not. Please make it really cool.
So 2 more bolts go out, 1 from each of your eyes, as 2 more things just melt away into nothingness.
2 more things.
2 more dudes. I don't know. I'm not gonna give.
He can't think
Super
of them as people anymore.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give super detailed description of the cannon fodder that is now a pile of dust.
I
Dope.
kill things.
So that happened.
Before we fully leave initiative, basically before I leave the battle trance, I would like to shoot a bolt of lightning at Aruna.
Sure. Yeah.
But I won't use the power pointer, mostly because I've probably forgotten about it.
Actually, what I'm gonna have you do, since this is how you described it, is go ahead and choose even or odd.
Even.
You think about using a lightning bolt, but life drain is what actually goes out.
Great.
Go ahead and roll your life drain against a.
Beautiful. Okay, I only got a 10 on the D20. That's I have to keep track again. Oh, and I have to do 9 because I'm not multi-targeting. Sorry, Aruna. You may die.
To be fair, I nuked you, so it's fine.
Yeah. I've rolled 4 so far. Oh god. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
4 hours later.
9.
4
Okay,
hours
on the
later.
plus side, I didn't roll any 10s. However, I did roll 9s. So 28 plus, I just rolled a 10, 38, 40, and then on the other one, okay, only 42.
Against what?
Fishwife.
This is against your toughness.
Toughness. Oh, that's my highest one.
Yeah.
48.
Yeah,
Okay.
42.
42.
So 42. Oh, okay. That is 10 over.
Would
Great.
you like to add a bane? Are you still conscious? Let's start with that, Aruna.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally conscious.
Cool.
It aches, but I'm conscious.
Like,
I like
what
that.
is-
It
What does
aches.
this do? Okay. I think I want to demoralize him because of the things I have listed. It does the least damage.
To my
Aruna.
physical body, but to my soul.
That will be years of therapy. Do you know what kind of damage
I
his
just want
wallet
you
will
to
be
be
taking?
demoralized so then you're like, after I pass out, you're like, well, I gotta pick her up. And then it makes sense that you have,
You've just basically turned Aruna into Eeyore.
Thanks for blowing up the bakery.
you only have disadvantage 2, though.
Okay.
So
And resisting is only a minor action.
as that happens, Aruna, you watch as she destroys these two people, and then you see another bolt hit you. The world goes to the dark for a moment, and as you get up, everything hurts. Every joint, every muscle, even your eyes are hurt.
Oh.
But when you do open them, I'm now on the ground, like passed out, looking like my regular self.
Oh. Oh.
Also, can Boole help me with the fatigue bane? Because I have one level of fatigue now.
Wait, but if you're unconscious, do you have a bane?
I'm unconscious because of the bane.
Yeah.
Oh.
Theoretically, banes last through unconsciousness. I just haven't acted that way, or I haven't done anything about it.
Last
It's
time
really
I
the
was
only-
in battle trance, I said I was unconscious for it as well. So
So yeah, she still has fatigue.
Oh.
Fatigue it doesn't go away for a lot. Like fatigue is remarkably hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
Well,
Boole,
guys, I guess we should give up on the water. I don't even see if there's a point if it's burning that much.
As you guys look over, the roof of the bakery has collapsed in.
I mean, look
Fire
at it.
is starting to spread to buildings nearby.
The roof is collapsed in. The fire's already
the
spreading.
roof is on fire.
I just
Not
don't
anymore,
see the
it's not.
point anymore, you know?
I'm
I
saving the
don't like
bakery.
a demoralized Aruna. It makes me sad.
Oh bother!
Um,
It only takes a minor action to resist.
Thanks for
I'm just gonna-
noticing. No, resist is your move action, actually.
This one said demoralize takes a minor action.
Resisting a
Sexy pirate,
bane
where you
is
going?
your move action. Sustaining should be a minor action.
Either way, we're probably a little out of initiative, so I'm assuming after a little while he'll be fine, but...
Yeah.
Regardless, Arel's going to run over and put her arms around Aruna It's okay.
What are you doing?
As you do that, you hear more yelling, and it sounds like more people are coming
Oh no.
to this area.
Guys, we might as well just give up.
Since Kess passed out and then came back, but I didn't get to my turn yet before you guys killed everyone. I'm going with the canon of she woke back up and suddenly everyone was dead.
Yeah,
It was like
not only did dead, there are body parts because 8 of them died from one large bomb explosion.
when her grog and just kind of looks at me, I was like, I don't have the time to ask.
You see,
Zolta passed out and just goes, Aruna, can you pick her up?
Might as
Zolta is
well.
passed out, and you see scorch marks originating from right where she passed out, and then blood and body parts going away from her in an explosion to the tight pattern.
Runa just
ability.
haphazardly,
So many questions.
You
slowly
can
No
detonate.
time.
picks up Zolta and just like nonchalantly holds her like this, like, I guess I have her.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm currently cuddling my 3-headed lizard.
Bool chimes in. Would you like to know the property damage you owe in this city as well now or later?
Bool, I would like you to erase that information from your records. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, where are we going?
So much for being incognito, guys. Jeez.
Yeah, you guys can hear again. The shouts are coming from just about everywhere. Those little vials apparently called in a large amount of people.
But no one seems to be coming from that well.
No, not that you can see.
We need to go to that well. We need to get in that well. Because I think it's
Okay.
something they don't use very often, based on what Arel had originally found.
I'm
So if they're
coming.
coming from all directions, we want to not be here. So if we can go in that well as quickly, as safely as possible, that'd be great.
I'll get
Sure.
there.
Kess, you guys were
Like
actually all
dragging
like
your
kind of around the well when you started the fight. So as you go over to the well, you see exactly what Arel had described to you, where you can see what looks like a seam, but you don't see any sort of handle or anything immediately visible.
Okay, can I either use learning or logic to sort of think my way around using like all the secret passage stuff I've sort of encountered among my tomb raiding days of like logically,
Sure.
where would I put one? Like
Go ahead
whether
and
it's like
make me a logic roll with advantage 1 from your.
I always
right.
like how whenever she's
for
leading
the
up.
sake of
Go ahead.
what were you gonna say?
I always like how whenever you're leading up to an explanation of how you want to roll something, you go, logically speaking.
Oh God, do I?
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
You make it very clear what you want to be rolling.
I am too much like Cass, you guys. Aggressive learning. I'm also gonna add one of my legend points just for the sake of urgency to this for an advantage too. Is 29 good enough? I have a reroll.
Yeah. So as you sit
Okay.
there and you're trying to figure this out, you're trying to figure out, well, how would I could create something that I could open that has no visible hinges, no visible anything, and you realize more likely than not, this isn't a door as much as it is a cover. And so you wouldn't. All you would need is something that would allow you leverage to pull on it. And
Like
so,
a hook shot?
well, you start kind of feeling around, and eventually you find a stone that gives a little bit. So you push it in, and there's a lip behind it that gives you grip, and you pull, and this thing is stuck. Like as you try to pull, you're like, and you can feel it grinding. And from your tomb raiding experience, you know
This
this
thing
is
is
not how
rusted.
it was designed. Well, there's no metal in it. It's also
okay.
a stone. But something has shifted or something, and it's jammed currently.
Hey, Aruna, can you pull this a lot harder than I can?
And he just kind of half slowly drops Zolta
It would
on the
mean
ground.
so much to me, buddy. Because I know you.
You could do
I'm just
this
like
quickly.
Thud.
just seeing his sadness. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. No
I'll-
one pulls things out of things that were meant to be there better than you.
Please resist.
With
the
that,
bane before you do
encouragement,
this.
I will try to resist. Or DM discretion. You say enough time has passed where I just have, but I don't know.
No
I
one
like
breaks
this
shit better than
better.
you, man.
What's the resist roll again? What do I roll?
You're aiming for it to 10 or higher on a
Oh,
D20.
cool. I rolled a 7, so
Damn it.
he just sort of slowly
You
walks.
sit there, you start feeling a little bit better as she says these nice things, and then you're like, I'll probably just fail anyway.
Well, you will now
He's
since you get
just being
disadvantage.
nice.
I'm not a nice person. You know this.
I
I am
know.
upsettingly honest. So if I think you can do it, you can probably do it.
I don't think.
Just remember, Aruna, magically induced depression lies.
Yeah, I mean. Go ahead.
do you want to try and open it up?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I might as well just do what everyone else wants, you know?
What
It's a
have I
might
done?
roll, right?
I'm still hugging him. being like,
She just hasn't let go.
Okay, man.
no,
Arunior?
I was like walking with you.
This is how we're gonna
I think-
die.
I
Well, you're
think
just
Arunior
massively
is my new
Arunior.
favorite character.
Arun your.
Arunior.
All right, disadvantage 2.
Yeah.
Can
You have a
can I
decent
assist
mic
him?
score.
I was about to say, can't we provide support?
Like,
Yeah, I'll say with the help that you guys are adding, you can ignore the disadvantage.
Okay.
Hugs and compliments.
and like you just
Slowly,
put your
like,
hand
rubbing his
right
back.
here and you lift up as hard as you can.
Maybe sickened would have been
You-
better. I should not have given disadvantage to the one who rolls like Elias.
It's a 14.
no.
I wasn't expecting you to fail.
Iruna
If
was.
anyone would like to
Say you
send,
were, you were.
Iruna
Hold
was
on.
expecting
if
to
anyone would
fail.
like to send Elias a reroll,
Oh, I've got
That would
rerolls,
be great.
but I'm too demoralized to use them.
As you sit there and you pull, you sit there going, "Urgh," nothing happens. You pull a little harder, and finally you just, "Urgh," and half of the plug comes out,
Ugh.
or half of the cover comes out. You guys can now see it looks like there's a little ladder in there. It goes just straight down. However, it is not anywhere near large enough for Aruna to fit in. The rest of you guys might be able to squeeze through, especially Kess, because you are bite-sized. But
Bull has a torch. It's a thing. It's a soldering, welding thing. Yes, welding.
But it's stone.
so I
As you,
technically could wake up.
But heat. makes
as you
things-
examine it, he didn't just kind of break the cover. He actually cracked the foundation to the point where if you remove that last part, the well will crumble and block off that exit.
Guys, I did my best, but I don't think I'm gonna fit. So you guys just go ahead, and I'll just hang out. I'll probably throw more bombs at the people or something, or maybe just go hold my breath in the river for a long time. I don't know.
Arel, keep an eye on him. I'm gonna see if I can find something. I can talk to Bull, right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to?
But like, I think I can talk to him remotely. I think we've got a little walkie-talkie system, or at least I could see something he could see. Like I remember being able to use him.
I think what happened there was he went, scouted, and came
Okay.
back. Which you can to try to do. Just the longer you stand here, the more chance that people are going to.
Okay, Bull and I are gonna go down.
Okay. I will need an agility check to fit through the opening. Bull has no issue because he's small.
Shoot. Okay. Why do I
Wait,
have
this
to-
is a well. How big is this
Wait!
well?
Ha! Ha ha ha! Never mind. I was like, wait, I don't have agility. I'm like, wait, but that's because I use logic for agility rolls. Attribute substitution.
But not everyone can fit inside it. That's the problem. It's only like 4 feet down, and Aruna's huge.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying.
No,
to
I'm
see if
sorry. I'm
there's-
sorry. I was answering aloud to Imp.
Oh,
My bad.
What it was if the
'Cause-
whole plug could come out, Aruna would have had difficulty getting in.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been impossible because it's large enough for any of the guild members to get in and out without too much difficulty. The issue is when it broke, it made it significantly smaller.
Okay, so question: If
Okay.
will the well get damaged if the thing is like pulled out completely, or if it just disappears?
ooh.
Because I can take objects.
Oh my god.
At this particular point, when he I just dropped a bunch of shit. Okay, cool. Hooray for the dice holders that you can't see because I had it behind my mic. At
Magical
this
dice
point,
holders.
it's effectively fused with the rest of the well because when he pulled it out, he broke it and also damaged the surrounding area to where it's now supported by this broken thing.
Okay.
So if it disappeared or the was pulled out, it would still collapse. From what you can tell. So Kess, as you go down far. Like you were expecting maybe 10 feet, maybe 50. But as you pass the 25-foot point, you see there is still more to go below you. And there's no light in here. So beyond what Bool is giving off, because I think you gave him a flashlight
Yeah,
or something.
he's got a little light.
So other than that light, you can't currently see the bottom of this, but it is really, really much deeper than you thought it would be. So with that, I'll let Arel to choose this time, even or odd.
Odd.
All right. As you guys hear more commotion, you don't see anyone else arriving, but you can hear people coming in this general direction. So with that, Kess, you are surrounded by the darkness. You're on a little ladder right now. And the ladder itself is covered in the dust.
Well, that's comforting, actually.
So I have another question.
Go for
The lip that we can, the part of the well that we can, the door that we can still see,
Mhm.
can it hold Aruna's? Can it hold all of our weight? Like Aruna, Zolta, and myself, or at least Aruna and Zolta, because I can go on the ladder.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
So pretty much, basically, if we can get our bodies in the well, like
Mhm.
below the lip, that way we're like hiding. If they
Oh, the
will
actual
support us.
the actual well water is not deep enough for anyone to actually hide in. It was only about 4 feet. So Zulta might be able to hide in it if she laid flat. Aruna, no possible way. As far as how strong that little plug is, you don't know. You would have to see underneath it what's just supporting it.
Also, it probably doesn't have any water in it at this point. The water's probably all gone down.
Yeah. Well, my idea was if we can like go beneath the lip of it, where or we can all hide in the well, then I could cover us. But if we can't all fit in the well, it's kind of pointless.
Iruna slowly picks back up Zolta, I guess.
So, Kess, what do you want to do? You can keep going down. You can go back up. What are you thinking? You can send Bool down further, though his climbing ability is a little limited at the best since he's a ball.
I'm going to actually fiddle in my pockets for one of those little pieces of metal that's probably mostly useless that I have because I got a bunch of scrap metal.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm going to like hold it out and say, "Bool, make a calculation, dropping at, like, dropping object at normal rate, like, kind of just like rattle off like current conditions."
Yep.
And then when he goes ready, I just go drop and like wait and listen. And I'm being absolutely silent so that his sensors can pick up if my ears can't hear it.
Okay. So 30 feet per second. I think that's the right one. Is he a 30 or 60? You wait for a little over a second, and you hear a ting, 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 ting. So Bool goes, calculate, ting. 35 feet.
Oh. What?
I don't know this information yet, so hold
You
on.
do not.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So you're 25 feet down right now. So this is a 60-foot long shaft.
Can I hear anything up above me?
Good question. Surprisingly, you can't. Now that you're trying to listen to, and you were quiet, you can't hear anything down here, which is another thing that seems very weird because you're surrounded by stone, which acts as an echo chamber, and it's dead silent, despite the fact that there's a fire and crazy stuff happening.
I don't
25
feel
feet
any
above you.
heat. I don't feel any cold. Like there's no air. There's nothing.
You, it's slightly damp down here, and it's cold, kind of like an underground cave kind of a feeling to it.
Hmm.
You would probably notice this with your just logic. You notice one of the walls next to you is ice cold. Like really, really, really much colder than you think it should be.
With Bool, does it still look like normal stone? Like with that light, like just looking at my current surroundings, like not down or up, but like, okay.
Yeah, it looks, instead of like masonry, this looks, this looks good carved out of actual stone, but reinforced with
either
beams and other things.
using, probably not my crowbar, my hook shot, or even one of Bool's tools.
Oh no, don't.
Bool's tools.
Am I able to take a sample of the stone, specifically on the wall coldest?
Sure. That's not too difficult.
Okay.
So you, I am gonna make you roll. Roll a presence check for me.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Oh, damn it. I missed this call. Okay. I'll leave a message. It's fine. A presence?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's a skill we don't use a ton of here.
Don't.
It's the only way I heal.
I
18.
have 4 in presence.
18.
So as you're sitting there, you just take a knife that you keep on you for taking samples and that, and you kind of just tap it with another hard a piece of metal that you have to go in, and as you do, you chip off a little bit of it. As you go in and you pierce it, a thought instantly appears in your head, and you stop just before you go deeper. If there was a large, very cold force on the other side of this wall, it would sap out any heat that this rock would normally have. And if that very large force was constantly moving, constantly changing what was there, the rock would appear very, very cold because the heat would always be drained and carried away. And then you do some rough triangulation. The river is on the other side of this wall.
Like a river.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. And apparently, because where you guys are right now, you are easily 100 feet away from the river. But apparently, it must be wider down here than it is up there.
Okay, how are we not immediately suspicious of this well that's right next to the water?
Immediately
We were.
suspicious of this well.
That's why we're here.
Oh, I wasn't there
That's
for
why
that.
I had you looking at it.
Oh.
And then someone decided I will make a distraction with a bomb.
It's almost
That
like
was
the DM
me.
didn't
It was you.
completely figure out this and is trying to vainly
All right.
come up with justifications why you would need a well right next to a river, and it's coming to the conclusion people probably dump in the river, and so groundwater is safer than the river water.
I'm gonna hand the small sample I have to Boole, and I'm gonna ask him to analyze it as I climb back up.
Okay. By the time you get to this spot, he says it's a river rock.
Well, yes, I know, but I'm looking for specifically consistency of the rock. Like what kind? Like, obviously, there's certain kinds of rock that are.
I fell asleep in geology, so the best you're gonna get from me is it's
Cool. So what I'm
rock
asking
that-
here
Is
is
it
is it a more crumbly? Is it clay based? Is it softer? Is it easy to penetrate?
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
That makes sense. Okay.
Aruna,
this-
describe this rock for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be better. Aruna.
What?
Jesus.
The river rock. Oh my god. I come out and I'm gonna hand it to Aruna. I'm like, hey buddy, you want a Scooby snack?
Oh God, please make
What?
it fix his demoralization.
You want me to eat this?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's from
Okay.
a river.
Please
And
try to resist
cooled
the
by
bait.
a
Please
river.
Iruna
try to resist the
It's
bait.
Eats it.
refreshing.
Does it taste like a river rock?
No, it tastes really bad.
Damn it.
No! We need him to resist.
Do I guess do I roll to resist, or is it so bad I don't?
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
Boole tells you that this is effectively bedrock. So it's very solid. I don't know enough about river rocks to tell you what kind it is, but it is not clay based. However, the extreme cold may make it a little bit more brittle. As you come up, the rest of you kind of be waiting for Cass, and as she gets up, you all feel this kind of strange sensation as the world around you starts to kind of pitch and move, and almost as if you're looking through water. It's something else.
Oh,
You all
good.
start feeling very faint.
Another
and
tear as I eat a
that's-
bad rock.
Dang it.
Yeah, and that is where we're going to end it, because we are.
I was just
running
about to ask
late.
for an explosive that I could attach to that wall.
And the reason all this weird stuff is happening is we are going to be having our anniversary episode, and we're doing something very, very special for the anniversary episode. And that is, we are going to play Realms of the Wild randomized. Now, what is Realms of the Wild randomized, as you asked? Well, I'm glad you asked, me. I'm going to tell you. Next week, we are going to have everything in the game just be completely random, and we're going to be doing weird stuff. Specifically, you guys are actually going to be able to randomize things. Now, when I say randomize, there are going to be 3 things that you guys can randomly change during the game. And the way you do that is by using channel points. We haven't used channel points. We've been using the rupees thing, which is separate but different. You'll actually use channel points, and you can basically make us roll 3 different things to change how the game is working. You will be able to change a player's class, which will give them access to new abilities and new weird stuff they can do. You will be able to change the genre of the game, you know, going from our weird slapstick to maybe Shakespeare or a mockumentary, or
It is Talk Like a Pirate Day today.
yeah.
Oh, you muted, Cass. Kiri.
And the other thing you can do is you can add a magic item that's basically like a once or 1 or 2 use magic item that these guys will just get. Now, the thing about these is like the classes that are going to have. There are 40 different classes that have collected from various RPGs, and they're not classes you would normally think about. To give you an example, we have a Crabomancer class.
Oh no.
That will be one of the randomly assigned classes. What does a Crabomancer do? That'll be dependent on the player. Whatever they think the class does, it does to varying effects. Same with the magic items. I actually have 3 different tables I created with random words, and I'll roll on all of the 3, and I will create these weird random magic items that do whatever we think they do. To give you just a couple examples of words that might create these items, we have things like smelly and flaccid, and then items like spatula and leaflet,
Moist.
and then control aspects of things like timey-wimey stuff, or that one time I accidentally swallowed a button.
I remember that.
So, yes, it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be weird. You will use your channel points to change things whenever you want, and the party will just kind of go with it. The other cool thing about it is we will have a full cast. All 5 of us will be there, and we will actually be somewhat continuing this story. Though, as far as how canon it is, we will figure that out at the end of the game.
Just like the musical episode. Did that happen? I can't remember.
We're all running around with crabs with flaccid leaflets. Then,
Yeah.
we might not be doing much.
Yeah, a flaccid leaflet of that one time I swallowed
No,
a button. So
It definitely sounds like something Aruna actually did during his workshop days.
Yep. So I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. I have been working on this for a little bit. Because the 30th is a Wednesday, we won't be playing on the 30th. We will be playing the Saturday after. So October the 3rd. Same time, same place. We will be having Realms of the Wild randomized. It should be crazy and fun and weird. And I hope you guys are all excited. Invite your friends, invite other people you know. The more people in chat, the better. And if you want to save up rupees, watch the other Zelda Universe shows. Anytime you're watching Zelda Universe, you earn rupees. So tune in to everything for the next few weeks. Save up your rupees and let's have something weird. Before we go completely crazy, does anyone else have any other announcements? Because I have one thing one personal announcement for me.
No.
Cool.
I defend my thesis next Friday.
I'm
Oh, well,
still
good
racing
luck with
Metroid.
that. Break a leg? I'm not sure.
Yeah, have
Yes.
fun. I just started Breath of the Wild, so
I've heard of
that's-
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems interesting. So
She dealt with little baby guardian things, and she heard the battle music. And she's like, "Oh, that's the bad music." And I said, "Oh, she thinks that's the bad music."
You sweet summer child.
If you are watching chat, you may have noticed Imp say, "I'll be playing on the 30th."
What does that
That
mean,
is
Jody?
because I am starting a new campaign on my personal Twitch channels, twitch.tv/Trainer Jody, and I'm totally hijacking this to tell you about it because Imp is actually one of my players.
Yeah.
What?
In addition,
Is his character Bull?
Yes, he's playing the Bull.
that would be
Uh,
awesome.
No, my new campaign is set in my own custom world. It's a 5th edition game, and they are in the elemental plane of air on an airship. They're the crew of an airship, and they get to choose what kind of jobs they take. So think like Firefly meets Eberron, kind of things. Imp will be playing a goblin warlock sorcerer. And yeah, we'll be starting on 9 p.m. on September the 30th. We have other really awesome people. Due to the fact that I haven't actually asked them, I'm not going to list all of them. But one of them is actually an alum from the show. Was one of our special guests. So I'll let you guys contemplate that until they decide to announce that they're part.
That narrows it down to 35 people.
Yes. So yeah, I hope you guys show up for that. If you do show up, you may find my channel points have something very similar to what you're used to here, where you can add NPCs and bosses and stuff like that. I don't know where I got the idea to do that. It just came to my head one day without it being related to anything. But yes, that's my little plug for my own personal game. So now that I've hijacked someone else's stream to talk about mine.
No, you don't realize, but I cut to thanks for watching like 5 minutes ago.
Oh. Thanks, Elias. I appreciate that.
Heck yes, we can. Imp, it's payback time.
So
I'm
yeah.
not
Yeah,
gonna
I
fuck
hope
with
you
you,
guys-
man. You always help me out.
you can also give them potions of healing and inspiration and stuff.
Can
like
we
that. Like, it's very
give them
similar to
bosses?
them. Yes, you can.
We can pay you back in good ways. I didn't say it was negative.
Can I
Interesting.
transfer my rupees from this channel?
Unfortunately,
Right?
we do
I'm
not
like,
we do not
that's
offer a transfer program from Zelda Universe to Trainer Joe.
No, but if you watch, anytime you watch me stream, you earn TJ Tales, which are my channel points. So, yeah, I'm gonna try streaming a little bit more. I may stream some Hyrule Warriors this weekend. Sometimes I've been playing that a lot, or some of the other random games I have on my Switch. I haven't streamed my Switch yet, so, and I went and bought an Elgato for it and everything. So,
Nice.
anyway, I hope you guys had fun. Please spread the word about Realms Randomized. Use the hashtag Realms Randomized so we can hear it. Tag me, I'm at Trainer Joni. Tag Zelda Universe. Tag Elias Thompson, Green Eye T-Bone, at Curie Callaghan, at Chaxmix.
Chaxmix _ because all the other ones were taken.
Yeah, I'd love to see a really big audience and just absolute chaos going on, because it's going to be fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of the episode, it'll be on VOD. Sorry this went a little late, but fun stuff was happening, and I didn't want to stop it. So
I
anyway,
guess.
that's all for me today, and I will see
Still
you
hugging
guys
Elias.
on October the 3rd.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.